Hello everyone, welcome to an exclusive episode of Energy in Motion. I'm here today with my friend Gman, aka GBVISIONHAUS, Gman Films. My name's Callum, I'm the owner of Energy in Motion, digital marketer and poet. So okay, let's get into it, man.
You know what's funny, the GB Vision House, I want the camera to hear this as well. The GB Vision House, it's house, so I thought I would just change the name a bit. I was going by Gman Cool Things, but I thought I would change my name because Gman Cool Things, I felt like it was limiting me for exactly what not genre, but what I was falling into. So I thought, you know what, let me rebrand myself, especially now my content's completely changed. So I've got GB, people get these confused, I've got GB Vision House and Gman Films. So GB Vision House is, let's say if you was to book me to film, obviously I'd come along, that's GB Vision House. Whereas now, right now in front of the camera, I'm Gman Films, which is my personal brand for the content. For those that don't know, I'm also Cal's videographer for these episodes. So yeah.
So when did you get into videography? At what age?
Damn. Videography, I'm gonna say it was more so editing that I started with. So I started back in 2008 or 9 when Modern Warfare 2 came out, and obviously, you know, you had your FaZe Clan, Optic, all this stuff. I used to make videos. So I used to have a HD PVR, which I used to record obviously my screen with. Started off with the EasyCap, moved on to HD PVR. It was like the FX3 back in the day, should I say. I used to record my own videos and I used to edit them. So I mainly started off with editing, editing montages, different stuff. So I started off by doing that, and then eventually I started to just progressively move into media. But I did have a phase where I dropped out and I mainly just got into more so the film side of things. So watching films, trying to break down in my head how it worked. Long story short, went to college, studied film, went to uni, did film, which is a waste of time. And then I just decided to pick up the camera and take it serious as a business as well. So it's also a business aspect as well as a personal content side of things as well. So yeah, that's pretty much how it started. How about yourself with the brand?
So I started Energy in Motion last year, back in March. It started off as something, so I was going to do, well, I do freelance digital marketing, like outside of my career. So it was going to be something for that, for like my own speaking content. And then yeah, it just sort of turned into a show where I felt really inspired to speak to creatives, business owners. And then yeah, so that sort of got really big. And then I went into working with music and artists. Yeah. And now, yeah.
Yeah, because I saw that you did a couple of spotlight episodes. I think the one episode you dropped quite recently, that got quite a good reception. I got quite a lot of views on that one, a lot of comments and
that was Private Name, Private Number.
That's it, Private Name.
1,000 views in the 24 hours on YouTube.
Crazy. And YouTube, what a lot of people don't realize as well is that getting even 100 views on YouTube is equivalent to like 2,000 on Instagram. Yeah, it's so hard to get to get people, to funnel people to YouTube is a hard thing to do. A lot of people don't want to leave the Instagram app. I'm going to give you guys a hack right now, a little tip. If you ever post a YouTube video and you want people to click on it on your story, you know how you can add the link on your story and you'll put like, oh, watch this here. When you're pasting your hyperlink, put the word open before YouTube. And it means that if anyone clicks that link, rather than open YouTube in the app, it's going to take them straight to the YouTube channel. So it funnels people even more. When I tried that on my vlog just recently, and it also got me a couple more subscribers. So.
Damn, you never told me that before, man.
Yeah, I would have figured it out, that's not I'll be honest. But yeah, definitely try that next time.
What was the first type of, I guess, videography that you did? Like, was it a music video? What type of thing was the first one you did?
First type of videography I did, this was back, I'd say not related to like the educational side of things, so college and uni. The first thing that I actually picked up and did myself professionally, yeah, it was a music video. It was with someone called Dr. Dome. I think the song was called Over My Head. It's back when I got my first camera. We just linked up in town, filmed a bunch of shots and chopped it up and edited it. That was the first like professional kind of paid piece, would you say? So yeah.
What were your inspirations behind getting into it? Was there a particular videographer or a particular person that made you want to?
Yes, definitely. There's there's a lot of names to list.
Give me the main one. Who's the
There's a
main?
lot of names to list. I'd say now, speaking right now, it's gonna have to be Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf and probably AMD. It's AMD, yeah, AMD Visuals. He works with Cole Bennett now as well. Those two right now, it's like editing on steroids, especially with like the VFX and the way it just matches the song, etc. I'd say like back in the day, I wasn't really locked in with a certain like videographer. It's mainly films.
Okay.
It's only been in the past couple of years where I've really taken in creators. So for example, there's a big creator now who posted like 365 days straight. His name was Adrian. So he's popping. Obviously go to if you want to learn how to create content, the best way to go around it, how to visually have it on like your social media, he's the best person to watch. But yeah, going back to your question, sorry to ramble. It was growing up or when I did videography, it wasn't really a creator I was locked in with. It was mainly films, directors, Spielberg, Nolan, all that kind of stuff. So the best kind of film I'd say that really like got me into like cinema would probably be the Dark Knight series. Like that's just guaranteed, regardless. Other than that, like films like Shawshank Redemption, like Paid in Full was a big one for me, just purely down to the editing and the cuts. When I first started, films were the main source of inspiration for me, whereas now it's like obviously creators and music videos and just seeing what people are doing and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, what about yourself, inspiration wise?
I feel like it's myself. Like I just, yeah, I feel myself, 100%. I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew what I wanted to put out into the world, and I knew how I was going to do it. I knew that it would take a bit of time.
Yeah,
So what I was building, just behind the scenes and everything, but yeah, over time, because there's so many different elements that you have to connect together. Obviously, relationships, taking the time to actually learn what works and what doesn't work, and studying your own sort of thing to know. I think your intuition's the biggest role of it. Is you should know the direction to take it, and I feel it's good to learn like technical information online and stuff, but it's a spiritual act, like putting your art and your thoughts and materializing that's a spiritual thing. So it should come from you. You should have had life experiences or different things that make you lean into that more and make you want to do that.
Ah, fair enough, bro. Would you say that you're someone that's like one man army? Not one man army in like a bad sense, but one man army in the sense of if there's something which needs doing, you'll be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go figure this out myself and get it done. Because I know that you've started editing a lot of your own stuff as well. So was that more so like the thing of you have this vision in your head? Because I know what it's like where you have a particular vision in your head, or is it more so a case of like what's like your...
I think for me, I think efficiency. I think being efficient is the main thing to do. I think if I edit it myself and I have a specific vision, I know it's going to be done quicker, and I won't have to send it back and forth asking, could I have this done? Because obviously, even though we're like in a partnership or whatever with what we do, like we both have our own thoughts of what looks good. So it saves both of our time. Like I really value and respect my time very deeply.
100%.
And yours as well. So if I can get something done quicker, I'm gonna do it. Like even right now, I'm working on my own poetry album, and I figured out my own method as to how I'm gonna get that done quickly. So production first, get all of the album production done, and then figure out, okay, what artist do I want to feature on which thing, and put that there. Then have the sessions with the artist, and then do mine afterwards. So I figured out you always want to attack the source and the root first. So if you can get to the source of it first and attack that, then it just makes everything else happen a lot quicker and easier.
100%. I think I can get where you're coming from and saying how you're going about making your poetry album by getting the production done first, and then you say the lyrics after and stuff, getting that done after.
Everything goes in layers, so
Yeah.
you want to attack the foundation layer first.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly the similar way for like editing. You'll start with obviously your clips when you filmed it. You put it into your software, you'll separate them, you'll edit it. You'll cut them first, then you'll edit it, add your grade on, have one last look, boom, send it out into the world. So I can definitely see how you would like layer it. Do you have like I know that you mentioned that obviously your inspiration is mainly like yourself and what you already knew you wanted to put out there. But would you say that there's like a musical inspiration behind the poetry album that you just mentioned?
Yeah, I think Kanye West for a musical influence, just only in terms of like how he uses like big soundscapes for his songs. Like, I think it's how intricate he is with sampling, and then how he can turn that into a soundscape.
Yeah.
And then into something he's feeling. Like, it's just his creative. I have my own like really deep personal creative process.
Yeah.
But seeing what he's created from his, I feel like I leaned a lot more into having big soundscapes, and like I didn't just try and like make a song for the sake of making one. Of like, okay, I need a verse and then a chorus and then a verse, and maybe I can have some catchy production or some catchy this. Like, I really took the time to sit down and get all of my ideas out. I'm always thinking about, okay, I could do 2 songs today. I'm going to book this studio session here, and I'm going to ring this artist now, and I'm going to do this and this, and just focus on like the energy of it. And I feel like that ties into my brand as well, with like how I see. I don't look at the results of what I'm doing. I look at what's the energy, like overall over time, of what's going to happen, because then it just allows it to flow a lot better.
One question I wanted to ask you is, which is very common among creatives, especially in this content game, how do you avoid burnout? And would you say that burnout is also linked to your mindset as well?
Your craft should be your focus, but when you're not doing your craft, focus on all the other aspects of it that aren't the craft itself.
Exactly.
So, say for example, me and you were doing an hour conversation interview now. I'm not going to spend a month preparing it or anything like that. All my other time will go to fitness, career, networking, video editing, setting up other things. I think don't focus on just the main thing you do. Focus on all the other aspects when you're not doing that main thing, because it feels like a process and not something where it's just like something that becomes a burden on your mind when you're doing anything.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like burnout is something that's quite common among creatives, and it does link into your mindset personally. I think that when it comes to doing your content, like if you know that you've got something to do, you hit the nail on the head. Don't let it take over your entirety of your life. So for example, if you know that, for me, let's say if I've got a shoot upcoming in the weekend, I know it's going to be one whole day of my time. I'll focus all my energy and time into that one day whilst I'm there. But outside of it, I want to make sure I've got time for, you know, myself, whatever it may be, spending time with my wife, seeing my friends, going to the gym, letting myself be the best version that I possibly can.
It forces you to hold yourself to a higher standard as well. Because if you're doing things that aren't work related and you still feel stressed and all this, you know that the time you've spent doing your work, you haven't performed to a higher level. Like, even me with work, like if I haven't maximised all my time doing the work and then I'll do something after work that isn't related to that, and I'm still thinking about that, that means I haven't done something right.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I feel like one thing to add on to it as well is it's important to realize that when you aren't doing what your main avenue is, because for me, I think it's important that if you're focused on something, although obviously you've got your life and all that stuff around it, it's important to remain focused on the lane that you're going for. Because if you start a bunch of different things, let's say if I'm a videographer, but then I want to be an artist now. No, I want to be a photographer as well. Now, actually, no, I want to be a dancer on the side as well. I'm picking way too many avenues, and that's going to burn me out. It's good to have an avenue for what you want to explore and then branch off when you get to where you want to get to.
When you're doing a craft, you want to make sure you're at a higher level at it first before tackling something else. Because say for example, you become the best videographer or something like that. Once you become the best videographer and you've already got your business side on lock, you've got all the clients on lock, you've got everything on lock, then it's a lot easier for you to jump, okay, well, I've reached the top on this thing and now I can attack this thing. And then you can start to, it's all about leveraging time.
Yeah.
So if you've found an effective way to manage time with clients and making sure you're getting the payment and that kind of thing, then you can say, okay, maybe now I want to do photography as well.
Yeah.
And then you're not stressed about how am I going to find balance? How am I going to use this time? Because you already know you've mastered one thing, what you're supposed to have done. That's been like my thing. Like, I wait to build my brand before branching into poetry and stuff like that, because I know it's not a guarantee that I'm going to make money from doing poetry or music instantly. So,
I mean, for your brand, it was kind of like, I wouldn't say that you necessarily jumped an avenue without focusing on your other one. They're kind of linked together in a sense. I know that you, well, I'm guessing that you keep them separate, but it kind of helps in a sense of, because you have your spotlights or whatever, and you have like, you're working with artists, it shows that you're quite a music invested person. And obviously you've spoken about it in other interviews and all that kinds of stuff. So it just means that when you are doing your poetry thing, those that know you, like, I don't know, me for myself, I can see why you would do it. And the people that watch behind the camera can, if obviously when they see your stuff, they can see how much you've spoken about musical, that kind of stuff. I feel like it fits in and it works.
So you've told me about GBVISIONHAUS, sorry.
Yeah.
So what made you come up with Gman Films? How did you come up with that idea?
So Gman Films was more so, this is again going back to when I was growing up, like my inspiration wasn't really drawn from other creators as such. Well, it was, but not that much. But whereas now in the past couple of years, I consume so much information of other creators that are just showing you how to do this effect, or they're showing you how to get the best setting on your camera, the best export, like the list goes on. It was more so just thinking to myself, you know what, I've got something valuable that I want to offer. And eventually I want to help like the smaller me, I guess you would say, that was trying to find how to keep up with stuff. Because even now, as I'm older, I still struggle to keep up with things. Like, I'm a human being, it's only human, but it's more so that, like, I want to help the people that are trying to get to where they want to get to. So I'm not just trying to appeal to videographers, or it could be anyone that just wants to do something with their life. The Gman Films was more so, one, a personal thing of me just wanted to teach, and two, I just want to make some cool stuff. I'll be honest, I want to make some cinematics, I want to make some short films, I want to make this, I want to make that. That's why I posted a vlog recently of when I went back home to India for a bit. Part 1 dropped, I got part 2 dropping soon. Got an America one coming, so it's just me wanted to create and wanted to make cinematics. It's like, you know, when you watch a film or you watch a music video, and it's just like you're so hooked into the storyline of what's going on. I want to be the person that gets you hooked, basically. So yeah, that's the whole thing behind Gman Films.
The best thing I think you've done with Gman Films is you didn't start Gman Films at the same time as you started videography. You waited till you'd sort of, I guess, mastered your craft. I know you're still obviously learning as you go, but you wait till you got to a high level first, and then you introduce Gman Films.
Exactly.
The worst thing is when you try to teach other people before you've got to that level yourself, because you want to make sure that you've actually got visual proof of what you do. You've got a trusted name and all that kind of stuff. So I think that was a big thing.
Yeah, exactly. I appreciate you saying that as well. So huge love for that, bro. It was like, I knew that I wanted to do something like that, or like, I just knew, or especially from back in the day making YouTube videos and stuff, like commentaries and whatnot. So I knew that it was something I wanted to go into. It was just, when is the right time? Eventually I had to snap my mindset by like, you're never going to get the right time. Like, no, like, you're never going to just wake up one day and think now is the time. You just do it now. So that's what happened, but I'm happy that I waited until when I did, because I've got more stuff to talk about for my content. Which is good, and the people that I met through doing it is insane. Like, I've literally built, not built myself, but we've literally built a network from all over the world, from Japan to America, some people in London. And one of the best apps, which I need to kind of give some advice on, I guess you'd say, is Discord. Utilize Discord, because it's like, there's so many creators that have like different Discord chats, and you can post your work in there and get actual feedback from another person that is in the same field, I guess. So yeah, that's just one little gem from me as well.
I think when you started Gman Films, the content strategy as well. So Gman did 100 reels in 100 days. So every single day for 100 days straight, one reel every day, each with a different content type, that kind of thing. So while he was also showing different things that are actually valuable, it was more so just showing people how strong his consistency is. So instead of making a video telling you, oh, you should be consistent, you got to see him make 100 videos. So that was another thing.
That's literally why I did it as well. One, because I wanted to just break straight away. I didn't want to wait. And two, I thought to myself, I want to be in people's faces. I want you to go on the app and just see my face straight away. And I got the inspiration from Adrian as well. But it was more so the case of I knew, you mentioned this earlier with your inspiration, but you knew what you wanted to do. So it was like I knew what I wanted to do with Gman Films, and you know, sacrificing some sleep here and there, filming from God knows what time to God knows when. Even sometimes when I was heading to work, before work, like at 6 a.m, I was stopping just to quickly film a reel, just to make sure I had something. But the best advice I could give if you wanted to go down that avenue is plan. One thing I regret about the rollout is, although I planned what I did and I planned shots and I planned this and planned editing, I wish I had allocated better days. So let's say Monday and Tuesday I'm going to spend filming. Saturday, Sunday are going to be editing. The days in between that I'm planning the next lot of reels. So that's more so how I work now. So I have a 1 day edited to making ideas, 1 day build to research and drawing in information. As a content creator, you need to study what's happening right now. 1 day to editing, 1 day to this. So I appreciate you saying that as well, man.
But the main thing though is actually having something to begin with. Like if you didn't have 100 reels to begin with and you didn't have that information to begin with, it wouldn't inform your decisions for what you do after it.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Yeah. How would you say that you went about? So for example, with myself, obviously you mentioned I just went in for the 100 reels. What made you wanted to do your first piece of like content? Would you say, like, what was your first big piece of content?
So I did it on YouTube first, and it got a lot of views on YouTube. But I waited until I put it on Instagram because I feel like intention is just the biggest thing when you're posting, even with like when you're posting and different things like that. So yeah, I put my first Instagram reel up as I found collaboration on social media is the best thing. So I did a collaboration reel and it hit like 6K views for my first interview clip, and as soon as I did that I was just like, okay, so this has worked, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna overthink it, I'm not gonna stop. So I just kept consistently doing that. And then I sort of found myself, I didn't look at specific times to post, but when I was doing it with certain guests and I'm working with certain things, I think being really present physically in what's happening in the scene is important.
100%.
So for example, I filmed an episode with, say for example, I film an episode with an artist. I don't always have to post it straight away. When they're doing something that's big, or maybe when I feel like the scene's quiet, that's when I bring it out. So it doesn't have to be a specific time of day or anything, but like a moment. I feel like you have to make a moment out of your content if it's something that you feel is really gonna like connect to people and impact people.
No, 100%. I can see where you're coming from, and it's crazy that the first sort of filming you did, even till now, it's weird being in front of the camera when I'm usually the one that's behind it filming. But yeah, even when I'm behind it and I'm just listening and obviously what's going on, you can really see that the passion and the what would you say, the drive that you've got for the brand. So it's kind of, it's cool and it's inspirational to see, especially when, you know, just behind the camera filming it. What would you say is the most, I guess this isn't to do with your brand, or it's not to do with your like kind of anything to do with this kind of stuff, but what's like your goal in life? What's your goal in life? What do you feel like your purpose is?
I think it's to become a person that can like do anything at any moment. So for the past year, I've like improved like marketing, video editing, networking, hosting events, I feel like if you're a man that can do anything at any time,
Yeah.
then you'll always be prepared for the unprepared. Like I feel like that's how you feel actually comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I feel comfortable in myself because I understand the value of like acting instantly. If you can act instantly, even if it's the wrong thing, then you should do it, because it forces you to like keep doing until.
I'd say for me, it's more so being I just want to be self-sufficient. I want anyone who comes to me, and I can see that I just want to help as many people as possible. I feel like that's like my purpose in life. And just to be happy. Like if I can get to 60 years old and look back at life thinking, you know what, I'm happy I did that. I'm happy I took that risk. I'm happy I did this. Then I'll be a happy person. And that's another thing, I guess, in our industry is fear and risk. It's like when breaking that barrier of knowing that it's going to make you uncomfortable, but it also might be the best thing to ever happen to you.
It's all just self-investment.
Exactly, that's what it comes down to. And you have to work, you have to have the mindset of you're willing to do like whatever it takes, you know what I mean? So as cliche as it sounds, I guess.
Me and Gman, we started working together last year, and I'd say around March. He's filmed every conversation episode with me that I've done each month. So I feel like what's important if you're creative is stick with the same videographer. Find one that you trust and consistent with you and understands your vision. That's how you're gonna keep the consistency with the quality of content. And I think it makes it a lot easier, like in terms of being flexible, adaptable. He knows what I like, he knows what to expect, he knows what standard I hold myself to, and I know the same for him. So it's also a real benefit for you as a person to just have that sort of connection with the person you're working with.
You build a relationship as well. It's okay to work with other people. It's good to network and work with like whoever you feel like can bring something to the brand. But it builds a good relationship. If I needed something, like I said to you, like, I don't know, Cal, I want to work with some new artists. Like, can you point me in the right direction? It's like I've built that relationship with you where you can point me to new people to work with that may want videos. So as well as me filming your videos, it's a lot more insightful in terms of the fact of you could work with someone on one of your spotlights, and that person could say to you, oh, Carl, you know someone who does these kind of videos? Oh yeah, cool, Gman does. Or like for me, for example, I might work with an artist who might say, oh, do you know anyone that has a platform where I can obviously express my music? Oh yeah, cool, drop this person a message. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what we've got coming in the future, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a powerful one that I'm in front of you here right now, but we got
Thanks, man.
a lot more stuff coming for real.
What is your overall vision?
My overall vision in terms of videography and stuff, overall vision is to just be as good as the best possible version for videography as I can be. I want to be able to just work with as many people as possible, film as many projects as possible, and really get into more so, I guess you could say, go into business more so. So I want to be able to be a businessman with it as well, because as well as being a videographer, it's important to know that you need to be good at sales, you need to be good at actually talking to people, engagement. So it's building those skills. So overall, the best vision I can say is I want to become the ultimate businessman. I want to be able to project myself to 50 people explaining about how I film, how I can make their product even better. My videography splits into two. I work with businesses as well as the creative side, as well as my own content. And I guess to add on to that is just keep pushing the content game. So I just want to be there I just want to just get better by 1% every day, 2% if I can, 100 if I can. Just overall just get better and better. Be yourself.
I want to be one of the main players in media, so with music, and just I think being the person who pushes the ideas forward first is more important than anything else. I think I have certain ideas that I have that are really important and valuable, so I make that the focus of what I'm doing. So I feel pushing that long enough, and then also realizing that I feel like people are sort of like, when you're a person and you're moving based off energy, people are orbiting around you. So you bring in this person at this time, this person at this time. So it's just really navigating myself into being in the position to actually be able to change the way that people think and I think what people feel is important.
Okay. Nah, I hear that, man. That's powerful, bro. Those are some wise words.
Thank you for watching. This has been an exclusive episode of Energy in Motion after hitting 1,000 followers and
go.
just celebrating a year of us working together. So yeah, it's been Callum Priest, GB Vision House, aka also Gman Films. Thank you for watching.